and welcome back. Well, we left off with Vale and Alina learning some new magical techniques as Vale walked her through some of the way that he uses his innate sorcery. However, not everyone has turned in for the night. Nyra is in one of the rooms. She was served tea by Zeke, and she's been in the presence of Yara, who's just kind of been quietly keeping her company, not really pressing her. And downstairs, Raelynn and Leif you guys raided the bar, I believe, and decided to do some catching up.
Leif pours himself some and pushes the bottle over towards Raelynn. It says, "You're throwing couches now?"
Yes, I guess I can't deny that. I didn't really have much else. Only the dagger on me, and I've been practicing this weird, I don't even know how to describe it, but sometimes I just feel like everything around me has a resonance, like a frequency, and if I think into it hard enough, I can finally sync our frequencies and be able to move them. Does that sound weird? You have darkness coming out of your mouth. It shouldn't sound weird.
I mean, it doesn't make sense, but it doesn't... I know what you mean. It's not weird like you mean it.
It was when I touched that crystal, but I started with small stuff. Unfortunately, one evening I was just upset and everything kind of just started going around my room. And then I started just slowly trying to move my book or a chair when I'm in my room. And I guess I was so just locked into that stupid woman with the Ravensworn pen that I just, whatever was closest, which happened to be 2 couches, unfortunately. I did drop one on a man, and I'm pretty sure I killed him.
You don't even need to be armed.
As long as something's close to me, I guess. I can only do it so far, but I've been wondering if there's like different things I could use it on, like maybe people eventually.
That'd be useful.
I think it'd be great to be able to get people out of harm's way if I could.
Well, let me know if you want to practice. If you can move me, you can move anybody else in this group.
That's true. Maybe when we have a little more space.
Yeah, not right now.
Yeah, and I think people are trying to sleep, so let's not wake them. How about you? I feel like we haven't talked much, and I apologize. That's on me.
Nah,
I'm distant.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that, actually. Strange psychic powers and throwing couches, not the only thing that's going on. You good?
I think I will be.
Oh.
What do you know? She's a little concerned when you say I know. She's like, what do you know?
Well, I thought you were going to say yes, even though you're not. But you said you will be, so I'll take that as progress.
It just, things didn't go the way I thought they would. And I learned some lessons. And, yeah, I think I feel a lot better after this morning.
What happened this morning?
I talked to Vale and Alina. I used to like Vale for a long time, okay? And obviously, yeah.
Yeah, that all makes sense now.
Yeah.
That all makes sense.
We're getting over it.
Oh man, you shared walls in the hotel with them. Ooh.
Yeah, remember the day that we had to listen to them while you were lockpicking to get me back in because Alina had my key?
That explains the attitude. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
worry about
All right.
that.
No, it's good. That's totally valid. I was fucking with you. So.
And she laughs when he says I was fucking with you. Just the irony of that. And she like takes a swig. So I can't help but notice this is new. And she's gonna point at your new tattoo.
Is thanks to Lyriel, I guess. I woke up with it this morning.
Give tattoos just on a whim?
I guess so. We had a little chat in some kind of dream realm, and I got wrapped up in all these razor sharp wires, and then it hurt like a son of a bitch, and then I woke up with this.
That sounds awful. Have you talked to Nyra about it?
Yeah, she seemed pretty concerned.
Did Lyriel help you with your cough?
No, that was Brenna, actually.
Brenna? What'd she do?
She cast some sort of spell on me. I don't know what kind, but she said this would probably help for a while, and I haven't been coughing as much, so.
But she didn't tell you what spell?
Well, I didn't think to ask, and she said it wasn't a cure anyway.
I know, but if it could stop the effects from progressing as quickly as they do.
Maybe it'd be worth sending her a message.
I think so. What about your other tattoo? I've never asked you about it, but is that what makes your arm extend? I really don't understand it.
Yeah, it is, actually. It is. I don't know how it works, but...
You don't know how a lot works, do you?
Yeah, well... No.
Ask more questions.
You want a story or not?
Okay, fine.
All right. So I sailed for a long time. Well, not that long, but for a while on a ship owned by a man named Tamsin, and he's got a whole bunch of tattoos all over him that seem to be able to aid him in a whole bunch of different ways. Like, I think he had one. He said he had one that could like let him step through a wall very briefly without needing a door. Things like that.
So magical.
Yeah. Anyway, one day most of the crew was ashore. We were resupplying, getting some things, and a giant octopus decided to attack the dinghy I was rowing back to the boat with some supplies. This big tentacle rose up out of the water and picked me off of the boat before I even realized what was happening. I think it was trying to make a meal out of me, but it regretted that for the rest of its short life.
If this thing's bigger than you, it must have been gigantic.
It was really big. Yeah, I think it was bigger than the dinghy I was on, but it did not like getting punched in the eye.
I don't think I would either.
Yeah. Anyway, it tried to let me go at that point, but I wasn't done with it yet, so I managed to beat it into submission, and then with some help from the rest of the crew, we hauled it up onto the deck and had a nice had some good fresh octopus for a while. But in honor of defeating that thing and saving our supplies, next time we were in port in Zolkar, Tamsin brought me to this really weird old woman living in this very rundown little shack, and he said he wanted to give me a gift that would give me some of the power of the creature I had slain, and this really foul-smelling, briny ink that she used to give me this, and now I have noodle arms.
That is truly the most bizarre thing. Wait a second. And she's gonna like stop and think if she should say what she's gonna say. She's gonna take a swig of her drink and she's like, not to be forward, but when we were at the bathhouse, I may have noticed some things on your body that are wrapped around you, and I was just, is that result of the octopus?
I'll undo a few buttons and like, oh yeah, these is
Yeah.
like roughly circular scars that are about that big. If those are wrapped around his body, I have some questions.
I've seen him stretch his arms pretty far, I assume.
That's totally fair.
And they hurt, I assume. Do they still hurt?
No, not anymore. They did. Getting them hurt, they're fine now. Pokes at a couple of them.
And do you have any other weird, bizarre tattoos that do stuff?
Well, just this other one that I got this morning.
Interesting. Oh, I miss talking to you. You always make me laugh.
It's nice to have someone to talk to that's not quite as, I don't know, the same way that the rest of them are.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but the other... Hey, look, Vael, Alina, and Nyra, they're all great, but you know, they take this... I don't know, you're just a little bit different than them in some ways that I value.
Is it because I'm not like a noble? And she just thinks of like Zaketsu and how he's been like talking to her.
I mean, yeah, I almost said that, but you take your duties very seriously.
That's what I'm here for.
I know.
That's what my life is.
That is some noble behavior, but that's why I didn't say it. But yeah, in that way, in that sort of a haughty's not quite right. I don't know.
Drink more, Leif. I think you'll be
Okay.
more eloquent if you drink more. And she'll like cheers him and take another sip. Like almost like a chug your drink kind of thing.
He does. Yeah.
Nyra, how have you been doing after having a little bit of time to process? And you sent out a message, didn't get anything in return. It didn't even feel like your message landed where you wanted it to.
I think she appreciates these two strangers trying to make her feel better, but she doesn't know them.
I think after a while too, depending on how long you sat there drinking your tea, I think once it started to like cool down, Yara, she kind of like got up into the bed that was like next to you, almost like giving you a bit of space, but she's still sitting there. She's drinking tea, and she's flipping through a small little journal, just quietly there. And Zeke had let himself out of the room. He just kind of told Yara that he'd see her in the morning.
She would... Yeah, she would look at Yara and just quietly say, thank you for just being here. That was very kind.
She gives you a slight nod and she takes a small sip of her tea. And she says, there's not a lot that I can really give to anybody, but my time and my presence is something I do have.
That is the most important thing you could give someone.
Do you think that you'll be able to sleep tonight?
suppose I'll have to try. I don't want to keep you up either.
I was told we have kind of a long wait tomorrow, so worst case, I could get some sleep then.
Yes, well, this train arrives in the morning, and our guide won't be ready till much later in the day.
Have you ever traveled through the desert before?
Not this one. Have you?
No. Forest, jungle, that's more familiar to me.
That is how your home is? Yes.
Yeah. Lots of trees. A lot of them.
You will find no trees in the desert, really. It will be very... Well, I do not know about this desert. My desert is very hot.
She kind of looks like she wants to ask something, and then she's like trying to phrase it in a certain way, looking like she wants to. She doesn't quite know how to say it, but you see that her eyes fall to some of the markings on your skin. Do those do anything, or she's gonna point to some of the ones that are kind of like running up your arm?
I suppose that's like asking an elf if pointy ears do anything.
She thinks about that for a second.
Although maybe they do.
You would think that they would have some purpose to be that long.
It just feels like a hazard. Like you could just, in a fight, you know? If my brothers had ears like that, I would tweak them a lot. But I am a genasi. I do have firepower naturally. This is sort of a way of showing that, I suppose. Although this one is different. She points to the one that she recently got. This marking is not a genasi marking. This is Isharel.
Her eyebrows like raise slightly. You worship Israel?
Yes.
Is that common where you're from?
Very.
Do they also do they worship other gods?
Anyone could worship whoever they want. It's not frowned upon. The major temple for Isharel is in my home. And then there's one for... Oh my god.
I think about Kalis.
Kalis and...
Orin.
Orin, thank you. I was thinking an I name. I'm like, that's not right. There's a large worship temple for Kalis on the other side of the country. And in between, there's one for Orim.
I did hear that mentioned. She says about the Orin one.
It is interesting. Their temple, the entrance was very similar.
There's a whole temple to Kalis.
Yes, it is almost as like a giant lighthouse. much, much grander. And we light the fire at the top to help guide ships. Our gift to them.
Where is that one, if you don't mind my asking?
Near Vale's home. If you ask, he'll probably invite you there.
She just kind of, her head like kind of tilts at that a little bit. None of you are like I thought.
It is quite different over here as well. Not that we knew anything really.
To be honest, I don't really know anything really. I had a very broad idea.
Your home is different, yes. I met another from there. She said that you don't dig into the ground like they do here.
Everything is very natural. There's some, because we have to keep communication, but I haven't been there in a very long time.
Do you want to go back?
I'm curious about it. I do.
As am I.
My family was nice.
Did you have... Sorry.
I only meant to be gone for a little while. Then I met up with the group that we were with, and time slipped away.
It does seem to do that here. Well, I know after the desert we will have to go find Kale. And then maybe we can get you home, if that is what you want.
I told Zeke that I'm still thinking about it.
It is a big decision from what I understand.
I don't know of people who go back there, but when I said that I want to, he said that he would try to find a way, even if it felt challenging.
These people we are with, they are very good at finding solutions. Convincing people of things. If it is what you wish, to go home, I would do anything to help that.
She's just going to set her tea down, and she's going to reach out to you where you're sitting and just kind of like squeeze your shoulder, kind of like gently, affectionately. And then she says, from what I've heard, you guys are very skilled at what you do.
We have been lucky. We are skilled, but luck has been on our side as well.
I'll try to think more seriously on that then. Thank you.
Of course. Nyra will stand up. I will get ready for bed, and we can get some rest. Try to.
She nods and starts to do the same herself. Raelynn, you wanted to send a message before before the night was over. How do
Yeah.
you see, where do you see that happening?
So I think she would have, once they finished the bottle, she would have excused herself from Leif and just said, I'm going to go get ready for the evening. And she's going to ask Leif to double check the windows to make sure they're locked based on what happened last time. And then she'll head up to the bathroom. She'll take her like backpack with her because she has the sending stone in there. And I think she just wants to go to the bathroom because it's like the only private place here right now. And just go message Varric.
All right, you head upstairs with all your stuff. How long do you guys think it took you to get through that bottle? Because I might need to ask you for a con save.
Probably pretty quickly because I was making him chug it to be able to talk better.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw, both of you.
Okay, but I'm good though. I'm good at those. Oh, that was almost bad.
Yeah, you guys are. You're holding it, and I think a lot of the, probably just a lot of the friggin' like tension from the last little while, and just getting to have a conversation with a friend and over some drinks. It probably felt more needed than really something you were. You don't feel the effects of it too much. Raelynn, you head upstairs and you find that Zeke is standing like at the top of the stairwell. It looks like he's looking through like a journal. It looks like notes. It's a very worn red leather journal. He just kind of flicks his gaze at you and you're
Is he like blocking the whole stairwell kind of thing?
no, so
or-
like you kind of come up and you go around, like there's like a banister sort of thing,
Okay.
and then the bathroom's on the other side, and he's kind of standing at the wall, right at the top of the stairwell on the other side, so you could just go past him.
Yeah, she'll just say like, evening, you always read standing up by staircases? That's weird.
Well, 2 of the rooms are currently taken up, and it seems like perhaps you were busy down there.
Only talking. You are welcome to join.
I'm sure I was, but not really in the social mood at the moment.
That's fair. How's Nyra doing?
She was mostly quiet when I was in there. I think she was fine. Maybe just needed a breather.
That's good. How are you doing?
I suppose I'm doing all right. As well
Are
as
you
I
sure?
could be.
Okay.
I've been through worse.
Unfortunately.
And I don't know. I guess I would be pretty hypocritical if I didn't think that someone deserved a shot at a second chance. That's what they wanted.
It's noble of you. And I'm a noble. I would know.
You sure about that?
I thought I was, but after my conversation with Leif, I'm not so sure. I guess I don't have the air of a noble.
And what does the air of a noble look like?
Apparently Alina and Vael.
The ones who were fighting naked the other night?
She laughs at that. You did catch them at a bad time. Give them a break.
The one that was making a different beard on his face. Well, we were drinking with Elian like a few hours ago.
He was not.
He was. I think you're too hard on yourself.
I think I'm
Unless you
hard
don't
enough.
want. Unless you don't want to be a noble, that's fine.
Oh, I do. Just a lot of pressure. But I like what I do.
You seem like you're
being able to
good
be
at
there
it.
for my family. Well, we try our best. Some days are better than others.
You made it into the capital of an enemy country and you think that you're not good at what you do?
I think I have a wonderful team behind me.
You're really bad at taking credit.
It's a group effort. I don't understand why I should take it all.
I'm just asking you to take some.
I think that's gonna like make her stop for a bit. Good book?
It's my study notes.
You study about what do you study?
Magic.
I should have known. Sorry, I've been drinking and it's late, but
I did tell you to have fun.
yeah, I guess it's your fault, isn't it?
If you want to blame me, I'll gladly take that blame.
I wouldn't.
Well, maybe I'll take it as credit then.
You want to take blame as credit?
Take credit for your fun.
Oh. Sure.
Are you okay?
I have one last thing I have to do for the evening. I have to contact my cousin. I'm very late in doing it, unfortunately. I told him I'd do it earlier, and I think I'll wake him.
I'll leave you to it then.
Appreciate it. Where are you sleeping tonight?
I figured I'd wait until you guys passed out and then just go in trance somewhere down there.
Okay, that's fair. Correct me if I'm wrong, there were 3 beds in the room Nyra's in, so there's still a spare bed, right?
Yep.
She'll just be like, do you want the couch to yourself?
Chair is fine.
Okay, it just doesn't seem comfortable.
I'll take wherever's free.
Okay. I'm just gonna go get changed and I'll be down in a bit.
Speaking of, you're wearing that like red and black and gold getup at the moment.
Yes.
When you like draw attention to the fact that you're gonna go get change, he says, "Those colors really suit you, by the way."
Thank you. I don't normally wear them. Blue tends to be more my color.
Well, they looked good on you when you wore them the other night, and they look good on you now.
Thank you. I think you're a little biased because that's all you wear, but I appreciate it because
true.
well, everything I've seen. And I did see in your closet.
Yeah, when you go through like a sort of phase, I've been wearing blue for a very long time.
That's why I picked red when I was here.
Well, I can relate.
You have wonderful clothes, by the way.
Well, you can borrow them anytime.
I'm going to take you up on that.
This conversation's just happening at the top of the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Any chance I overhear this downstairs?
Maybe.
I'm not being quiet about it.
Yeah, I think Zeke is at least, his voice is lower because he's assuming that everyone else is trying to sleep, but it's not like there's anything else aside from the sound of the train going. Do you want to make a perception check?
Sure. Nope. I'm out.
I'm curious to know what would have been the response, but
Yeah.
yeah.
We'll never know. Unless I use my inspiration. No.
He's just going to kind of say, well, sounds like we'll be traveling a lot together, so I'm to leave your cousin waiting too long.
Thank you. And Zeke, what you did for Yara, I'm sure she really appreciates it.
What do you mean?
Protecting her. Is she your sister?
Sort of. She was married to my brother.
Oh.
Not really official when you kind of just decide that you're together in the situation that we were in, but I'd honor it.
If they loved each other, that's all that matters.
They did.
I'm very happy you're taking care of her. I know what it's like to have family that's close.
I know.
Would you... This is a dumb question. Do you have sending like everyone else seems to have?
I know the spell, yeah.
Do you want to talk to my cousin? I know he was important to what happened to you.
Hello?
Pretty much. I have a couple things I'd like to tell him, and 25 words isn't enough. I don't know if you'd be able to do that, but...
I have enough for one left over.
Can I steal another one in the morning?
That'd be fine with me.
Okay. I think she's just gonna like take him to the bathroom so they can be quiet and not wake up people. And
he allows it, but he's definitely amused by the gesture.
The door's open.
And it's like one of those sort of like narrow, you know, train bathrooms.
There's enough for like two of them.
Yeah.
She's just gonna like pull out the stone out of her backpack, and she's just going to speak into it. Her
You're just kind of like moving because you're in this cramped space now, and now you're taking stuff out of your backpack.
She's like put it in the sink and she's trying to pull it out. All right, bear with me. And then she's just going to speak into the stone. Sorry I'm late. War resources increasing. Health and science increasing. Aerial suspension ban failed. May pass. Mage oversight and Avosia emancipation failed. Will elaborate daily.
There's a moment that goes by, and then you hear Garrick's voice in response. There she is. Glad you're safe. He was worried about you all. Confiscated his stone. Told them to rest. I'll relay everything. Proud of you.
I think she's just so like hearing his voice is just calming to her. And she's like holding the stone against her chest, kind of like when she hugged him goodbye, just like that, like tight. So I don't think we should send the message tonight because he's sleeping. But can I have 2 tomorrow?
I can give you 2.
You're wonderful. Thank you. Now get out. I'd like to change.
He just kind of says, "Oh, so it's okay for you to watch me change."
You want to stay here?
He glances up and down like the entire length of you, and then says, "Well, I would, but that wouldn't be appropriate." And he's going to excuse himself.
Door shut. She'll change into her PJs that have the huge slash still down her ribcage. She'll come back out, backpack over, head back down.
Where are you planning on sleeping tonight, both of you?
I was just gonna have her sleeping on the couch. And then I think Leif, are you in your hammock?
Yeah, unless there's an available bed that I fit, but I was thinking I could probably just string it up between the walls of the room.
She'll let you know there's one more bed free.
It might be a little bit cozy for you, but it's decent.
I'll give it a try. After making sure all the train windows are locked and the door. And
They are, yes.
Raelynn's a little paranoid.
understandable.
All right. Actually. Yeah. Is there anything else that anyone wants to do before the night comes? Okay. Alina and Vale, are you guys both kind of just like out for the night, or is there anything that you guys wanted to resolve before bed? Because I know we just kind of cut over after you did the meta magic thing.
I didn't have anything. Once they're done practicing, that would be time for rest.
Great. Okay. You guys finally, however easily or however difficult, you do finally get some rest. In the middle of the night, Vale, you get another dream. You are, it's almost like it's picking up from the last one. You feel this immense presence in front of you. It's no longer fully shadowed. You see this sort of outline of this blue dragon face with these eyes that are picking up light that you don't even really know where in the room it's from. It is very warm around you. You can feel that now. The heat of both just the atmosphere and also this deep breath that is blowing over you every so often. There's a low rumble in the floor before this being in front of you speaks. The time has come then. And you can feel all of this sand around you kick up, and you realize now that this dragon sort of coiled all the way around you, and the tail is behind you. And you are being stared down by this creature. You feel like even if you tried to move, you wouldn't be able to. Do you say anything in response?
The time for what?
to meet your maker.
I suppose I have a few things to say to them.
The head of this dragon comes down low, uncomfortably so, towards you. Its mouth is slightly open. You can see the teeth of a lot more of an ancient dragon than you would expect given the time period that you were given for this storm. And you knew that when it happened, this dragon was young. And you also notice on the way down, it's almost like the sheen of scales around the face of this dragon. They sort of shift, and for a moment, the reflection on them makes it look like there is like almost like a hollow sort of mask-like encasement over the top of its like jaw area. But then once it gets closer, it's like dragon again. And all that you get in response is choose your words wisely before you wake up. This time, instead of being jolted awake in the middle of the night, your eyes open suddenly. And it's morning. You feel rested, at ease. You're not completely tense and you haven't woken up in a sweat.
Well, that is interesting. I think Vael will try to actually, yeah, he's got nowhere he can go. So he will slide out of bed trying not to wake Alina, but he will just take a seat somewhere and write the dream out as fully detailed as he can, and try to... He's like me. What he's doing is he is figuring out the possible interpretations of each thing that was said. You are muted.
Anything you want to share that's like the thought, you think that's the thought process that he's going through at the moment?
He should be scared, but he isn't. Meet your maker is often a threat, but for whatever reason, Vael believes it to be literal. Vaelin is missing after all, and someone alluded to him giving power to the dragon. Or at least that was my assumption, because my maker gave him power. Possibly the power to age up into an ancient dragon prematurely. So those are the kinds of thoughts I'm having.
And Chinook is up as well. When you got up, he kind of was tippy-tapping, but I think he's gotten used to Alina being around and less of an early riser than you tend to be. So he's just kind of, his full attention is currently on you, just kind of waiting to see what you're doing.
Yeah, Chinook wants to go out, which is not an option right now. So it's just like, hold on, buddy, or be there soon. We'll get you out. You can run around. Here, have some water, and like pulls out a glob of water and holds it midair for him to chomp at.
Raelynn, do you feel like you still wake up at a pretty decent time, even despite the somewhat late-ish night?
Yeah, she's just trained her body at this point to always be up. Sunrise.
Nyra would also be up. So everyone's just kind of waking up at their own pace at the moment. I think Raelynn actually might have gotten woken up this morning, just slightly earlier than usual. Not like a significant thing to make a difference to her, but you would have been roused awake by a hushed conversation happening just around the corner from where you were sleeping. You hear Zeke's voice, and it sounds it sounds unsteady, which is not a familiar thing to you in the time that you've talked to him. And you hear him say, "Not the only one, right?" And you hear quietly a like sort of shuffle, and there's a bit of silence before you hear Savan say, "I'm sorry." And then there's a bit more shifting because you can't see them. They're kind of tucked out of sight where that little elevator is. And then you hear Zeke's tone kind of go into a little bit of a low scolding hiss, and he says, "Get your hand off me. You let me believe I was the one who did that all these years." Shortly after, Zeke emerges from around the corner, and you can see that his jaw is like sort of tensely set. And he swallows with some difficulty and then just looks at Raelynn and said, "Good morning. Excuse me. Savan's here." He heads upstairs very briskly to head to the bathroom. And before Savan kind of makes his way around out of the corner. And shortly after, Adonis is in tow. And both of them looking a little bit different from yesterday. Savan has his hair pulled up into like a sort of like a bun at the back with his hair down. He seems to have shifted some of his outfit, so he's not wearing his jacket anymore, just looking a little bit like slightly changing his appearance from the day before. And Adonis has his hair pulled into a low little messy bun, and he the cape he had on his robe, it seems to be not on his outfit anymore, and he's wearing a lot less layers, and all of the gold that adornments that had been on his clothing seem to also no longer be there. And Savan just says, "Do you think that everyone will be up shortly?"
They will be. They tend to wake early.
Right.
Do you wish to have a seat until then?
Yes, actually, that would be nice. And he kind of moves over to the table and he pulls out a chair for Adonis, who sits first, and then he sits as well. Eventually, everyone else does wake up. What do you guys do before your train arrives? You would expect that you have maybe like 2 hours still.
I prep my spells.
I'm gonna, if Vael is still in the room when I wake up, I'm gonna ask him if he will braid my hair for me.
He absolutely will.
And then since we do have some time, when I head downstairs, unless other people have something to like talk to the group about, I want to see if Adonis is interested in a little early morning lesson.
Sure. How do you approach that?
He's sitting at what, like a little table?
Yeah.
All right, I'll go sit by him.
He just goes, "Morning."
Morning. Did you sleep okay?
I was kind of cramped, actually. Not. Those rooms aren't very big.
Oh, well, you should have plenty of room to stretch out here.
At Mr. Daveron's, the bed that we slept on was like, it was probably the most massive bed ever made by anyone. It was like, I could go like this, and he stretches out his arm span, and he goes, and I'd probably need like 4 of me to reach all the way across the bed. It was great.
Wow, do you think it's big enough for him? And she'll point to Leif.
Oh yeah.
We should find one of those for him. He has to squish a lot.
It'd be kind of hard to bring it with you, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it would. You interested in learning this morning?
Learning what?
A new spell?
He looks at Savon almost like for permission.
I'm sorry, Savannah. I should have asked first.
I don't mind. He seems to be interested in that.
Just message. That's all I was going to teach today.
A very useful spell. He goes, all right, here?
Everyone here has seen me do magic. It's a safe place. You're all right with it?
Okay. It's like, you could tell he was kind of like hoping for something else, and then he just like, okay.
Why? What? Did you have an idea?
His cheeks go like bright red. No.
Okay.
Before you get into that though, Savon, once everyone does kind of like gather, he wanted to say to everyone, he's like, I know that we're going to be stopping soon. Is there anything I can do to, or Adonis and I can do to align ourselves better to your plans? I know that a package deal wasn't part of the arrangement, so however I can make things light and however we can make ourselves more scarce, I'm willing to do so.
There's no need to be scarce. We are heading into the desert, so it would be foolish to do so on your own.
I would
We'll
recommend
have some time to prepare.
Sorry, go finish.
No, by all means, by all means.
Oh, I was gonna say she's just gonna say I would recommend getting some sort of horse for travel. We can't take you all. It's not fair to our horses.
I'm sure I could see to that then, if they have them.
Sorry, Vale. Go.
You'll have time to prepare. Our guide won't be ready until evening. And once we commit to heading out, we won't be able to return.
He just kind of like thinks on that for a moment and goes, you mean to Loran Hollow?
Yes.
As I said, leaving here is kind of my goal, so that works for me. Do you mind if I ask where this guide is, so that if we decide to do something, we can meet you there at an appropriate time?
He runs the Sunscale Syndicate, and Vale will describe where it's located.
Right. I do think I've heard of that place. Okay. Well, we'll be sure to be there.
Good. And I mean, if anything does happen and we somehow end up separated in the desert, which I'm certain we can avoid, but if it did, we're then heading to Suravane.
Good. You do know that that is where there is trouble for us, and just kind of like gestures to him and Adonis.
Yes. Unfortunately, it is an absolutely necessary stop for multiple reasons. Hopefully we won't be staying long, and from there we should be heading home.
Well, I'm just thankful anyway, so I can work with your plans to the best of my ability.
Good. In fact, while we're traveling, perhaps I can pick your brain about the facilities in Suravane.
I see. I can do that.
Good.
He's going to he'll leave Alina and Adonis at this little table. He's going to just kind of tuck himself away onto the couch that's nearby. But as he passes by Vale, he goes, "You're all very interesting people."
You're not wrong.
Zeke and Nyra have both been up and like they've shown their faces around, but it kind of seems like they're just trying to wait out the train ride at the moment.
If there's nothing else, Vale will spend the next 2 hours studying Draconic.
Oh, yeah, make your roll. And Alina, was there anything you wanted to role play with Adonis here?
Yeah, I've got a description written out. So I will pull out my copper wire. All right, you're going to need this. Anytime you cast it, you're going to need to get one of these.
Okay. And then what?
All right. You have to point it in the direction of your intended recipient.
He's going to go like, he goes like this, and then he goes like, doesn't matter how I do it.
Is he like talking about like with the wire?
Yeah, like holding it. He's like doing a bunch of different things with his hands.
Let me check something really, really quick.
Adonis wants to do finger guns.
You do have to hold it particularly. So between the tips of your fingers, and then point it in the direction of your intended recipient. And then, all right. I want you to think about the weave. You know how you can kind of feel it as you pull into it for a spell?
Mm-hmm.
As you breathe in to say your words, pull the threads of the weave in as you breathe them in. Feel them and let them twist around the words that you're going to say. Infuse your words with the weave. And then as you say what you want to say with your message, use your intention and push the words with the weave towards your recipient.
He like thinks about it for a moment, then he goes, "Your eyes kind of look like sunlight hitting blades of grass." See, He points out, and you hear you get this kind of it's kind of like a tin echoey sound in your mind, and half of the words sort of cut out. It's like almost at the end he stopped doing the instruction that you gave him.
Was a good first try, but you've got to make sure you keep the weave wrapped around the words and push that intention through the very end of the message. You can't get stumbling or falter in between.
Sorry, I got distracted.
Maybe you should try a different target. Someone a little further away.
Okay.
But it's only 120 feet, so it does work through walls as long as you know where your recipient is.
Points at Savan. I'm getting kind of hungry. Savan just looks up from what he's doing and over at him. He goes, I think you're going to need to practice that some more, but that's very good for a first try. And Adonis looks over at Alina. Was that really good?
It was a good first try.
How long did it take you to learn it?
It's been a while. I don't remember the specifics.
I was hoping to compare myself to you.
I also learned it in a school, so.
Does that take longer or shorter?
Depends on the student.
What kind of student were you?
The best.
So you're like the very top now?
It's different now.
Mm. Can I borrow this?
Can I say I have more than one piece, or would I just have like one piece of copper wire?
I mean, that's. I guess that's up to you, really. Would you? Is Alina the type to have a spare?
Probably. Because I mean, it's just copper wire too, so it's not like anything fancy.
It's not even a specific length of copper wire. You could have just like broken it off for him. Well, I'll keep practicing.
Good. Practice makes perfect.
He's going to tuck that away, and then I think he goes to wander off to find where the dog is. And he's gonna start playing with Chinook. And I think when he's out of when he seems like he's suitably distracted, Savan looks over at Alina and says, he's going to message every single person we pass on the street today.
Absolutely. Wait, I should warn everyone here that they're gonna hear him in their heads a lot, probably. He's gonna be toying with the copper wire and look over to where Leif is. What you doing, Leif?
Eating breakfast.
I'll go over to you. Could you do me a favor?
Sure, what do you need?
And she'll hold up the wire. Is there any way you could twist this into a ring?
Take it. Look at it. Probably. Which finger do you want it for?
This one.
It'll just kind of get the radius of it. Like, it shouldn't be too much of a problem.
As much as I cast sending, and it's got the same component as message, I figured it's a lot harder to steal a ring off my finger than a bag of components, so.
Yeah, that makes sense. And he's kind of fiddling with it while you're talking here, and after...
Also, you were going to hear Adonis in your head at some point today. I just taught him message.
Thank you for the warning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Leif's gonna do his best to bend this copper into a ring-like arrangement.
Thanks, Leif.
Do I need to roll anything for that, or
What are you rolling for?
do I need to roll to take Alina's copper wire and bend it into a ring for her?
I would. I mean, like, how good do you want the ring to be?
Right.
I have a picture somewhere. I'm trying to figure out which of my 17 apps I saved it on, but it's really simple. It's just kind of wrapped around and then tucked in.
Yeah, that would be fine. You probably could ask literally anyone.
Yeah. But, how's that?
It's perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry for the jump scare with the hug the other day.
Don't worry about it. I just wasn't paying attention and wasn't expecting it.
Kind of had a lot of feelings. Kind of always, but especially that night.
Nod a little bit to that and says, I understand. I think I'm catching up on current events.
She's gonna look at you a little confused.
Had a nice chat with Raelynn last night.
She's not want to push and pry and get you to try to spill anything that Raelynn does not want shared.
Yeah.
Working on trying to be an actually good friend to her.
You being a good friend to yourself?
What do you mean by that?
I don't know. It seems like you've been freaking out a lot.
A lot in my life has changed, but I actually spent a lot of time last night while I was falling asleep asking myself questions. I think I have some answers to them.
That's good. I've been trying to do that recently. Sort of a new thing.
Any more god dreams?
Not last night, but oh, speaking of, should probably get a message to Brenna at some point. Excuse me, I didn't think to ask more details about it at the time since we were in a little bit of a rush. She's got some kind of magic that she cast on me that she said should slow down whatever's going on with this. And I mentioned that to Raelynn last night, and she seemed interested in it.
I generally save that level of magic for sending, but we could wait till we make it through.
Oh yeah,
just to be safe. But
not
I will
a right
ask.
now thing. Not a right now thing. I don't know how much she can usefully communicate. Anyway,
Maybe it's something Nyra knows.
Could be.
Speaking of, I should check on her. She didn't seem like she was doing very well last night.
Has she come down yet? Or out or around?
She came down very briefly to ask Raelynn something and then went back to her room, but I haven't had a chance to do that.
It's a good idea. She seems a little bit unlike herself today.
Did you want to ask her? So let's wind back a little bit, because Saban only said that to everyone when you guys were all down there, so you would have had to be down here at some point.
Yeah, she came down briefly. Wherever Raelynn was before that. I was just gonna go up, remember pleasantries are a thing. Good morning, Raelynn.
Morning. You doing all right?
Are you?
Yes. I wasn't aware anything was wrong.
It seemed like the night. I think it seemed like something I should ask.
Oh.
Kalen said he had given you a book. I was wondering if you had finished it.
Oh, to be honest, I haven't even started it. You might as well. It'll take me a while. I have to get through another book that's a little more important right now. And she'll look through the bag of holding. This one. He said I could borrow it.
You'll cautiously take it. Thank you.
She's gonna hold it a little longer to kind of hold you captive.
You
and
are
then
so much stronger than me, girl.
And she's gonna put her hand on Nyra's hand and just be like, I'm here if you need to talk. But only when you're ready. And only if you're comfortable.
I couldn't get through to Leandra's last night either. I don't know what's happened to her.
Perhaps a beacon has been taken down?
I didn't have any. It was as if it was blocked. No pain came through. I assumed that's how it would be if I tried to message him. So now she may also, or
Captured?
she may just have something keeping divination off of her.
Would I know anything about how our military deals with people that have been taken prisoner or anything like that? Is it just a normal jail? I don't know if it's too much for me because I'm not a magic user, but I'm wondering if there's a spell blocking all magic or something to send into jail.
Yeah, it's not as common in Hedgarath. The fact that that you have 3 primary casters in this party is unusual for Hedgarath standards. But they would have some sort of cell that. It's in Arisholm, it wouldn't be the whole
Cell's enough.
Yeah, the whole thing isn't, but maybe if they find that someone's a risk, they would put them there.
It's a practice where the more dangerous or more of a threat someone is, they might put them somewhere where they can't be reached. So
Exactly.
if it feels like it was blocked, that means that potentially they're still alive, which is good.
Yes. I've never tried to send a message to someone that was dead, but I imagine it would feel different.
Try the real
I was going to say pick any of my family.
You get through to one of them. Awkward. What the hell?
Oh,
Mom?
Major spoiler.
Spoilers, they message Raylan's dad. God, I don't really think she knows who that is, really. Yes, I assume it is something like that. I don't know. He was captured alone. The problem is he was fairly certain he saw them already working on something for the air ban. And since it did not pass, he is a witness to them doing something very illegal. Which makes me concerned this won't go through proper channels.
Well, I know we had planned to originally to perhaps try and go to Vosia. I believe we should scrap that completely then. after we go do what Vale needs to do, Kale will be our top priority.
Navosia would be a good place to hide out, though, if we run into trouble, since they are cut off.
It's not as easy to get in and out of there.
I think, she side-eyes Vale, I think we could get in anywhere.
Vale could. I don't know about the rest of us. We have a lot more to worry about.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you. I just wanted to read this.
Perfect. Let me know how it is. Save me the time of reading it.
Sure.
Perfect.
She will scuttle away back upstairs and spend her 2 hours reading.
I do have something if we're moving on, just quickly. Raelynn wanted to make sure she was sending Varric daily updates on the details of each thing, because by saying like mage oversight, he's not going to know what that means because we haven't given him all the details. So every day she's going to spend like her 25 words just being like, okay, so like War Reese is increasing means like here's a little more in-depth detail sort of thing. And then she would have found Zeke and just told him like, don't worry about the messages today.
He goes, you got me looking forward to it.
Really?
You kind of a kind gesture, reasoning behind it.
I know, I'm just trying to be kind and give you time. I overheard a little bit of this morning's chat with Savon. I'm not gonna lie.
How about I still wanted to hear about your mother. Maybe next opportunity we get to do that. Some of that was pertaining to my parents as well. Bit of an
I'd love that.
exchange.
Sounds like a deal.
Sounds like a date.
And she's just gonna be like, so my message. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Since you are talking to him for the first time, he's not going to know your voice. So I'm just going to give you something to tell him that it's me, and he'll know it's me, and then introduce yourself. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. It's Garrick's favorite princess using trusted new friend for something. For sending, sorry. And then she'll like...
You're getting him to say this,
Yeah,
basically?
because
Okay.
he's doing the sending,
Yeah.
so she can't do it. So it's in his voice, so she has to say, like, it's Garrick's favorite princess. So Varric knows it's her.
Yeah, he repeats that, but there's a bit of a smile on his face, and then he finishes the sentence by saying, he goes, using trusted new friend for sending the Ketsu Zariath. I've heard a bit about you. Seems we'll be meeting sometime in the future. And then there's a moment, you can tell that he's getting a message back, and there's just like a crooked smile that and he just kind of like nods to himself.
What do you say?
He was amused that you actually used that name to refer to yourself.
It's the only way he'll know it's me.
Who's Garrick?
Probably the most important man in my life.
Father,
Mentor.
father.
Father like. I didn't know my father. He passed when I was 4. Are you good for the second one?
Sure.
Okay. Tristana at election. She's hunting us. Ensure you, Home, and Lyria are prepared if she targets you. Fleeing to Loran Hollow, bringing 4 mages home.
He repeats that as well, and then listens. And he tells you, I'll send word straight to Lyria. I'm trying to think of how he would say this to Zeke. Solus is heading home. He can make sure they're informed. I might leave out that first part to him. See you soon.
Thank you, Saketsu.
Anytime.
Let's go prepare for the day.
Yeah. You guys go and prepare for the day. Is that, I know someone mentioned checking in on Nyra. Is that something that you wanted to do right now?
If she's been upstairs and hasn't come back down after that initial, I'll go check on her.
She's reading.
I'll knock on the door.
She has socks on that say, "Shh, I'm reading." The door's open. Shut. She's like,
Yara's sitting on the other bed too. They're like both on opposite ends of this room, and they both have their nose in a book.
Didn't mean to interrupt. Know what it's like to be in the middle of a good book.
Is it a good book?
It is, gosh, I was like scrambling to find where I put my notes for this because I did have like a thought on that. But it is mostly, it depends if you like stories that feel like adventure love stories. And
Okay.
this one is completely handwritten. It's a journal. It's like a lined sort of paper. Looks like somebody it reads like entries in a day almost, but it still is poetic and worded like it's some sort of fictional story. The part that you probably get to before Alina comes in, there are these 2 families that seem to be at odds with each other. And I think immediately what you find intriguing is that one of the families is based somewhere that very much sounds like your home, but every name in it is changed, slightly altered. But even the descriptions, you almost feel like you're in this market back home, just reading the words on the page. And the character that resides there is a woman that goes by the last name. I have to get this right. There are 2 characters. One of them is female and one of them is male. And the female character in this story goes by the name of... Come on, document open. Yeah. The female character's name is Yasma Zelthar. And the male character is Samrayan Rhyshavan. And Samrayan lives in Jaris, in the capital, Rhyshavan. And he's a noble. His house is dedicated to Lyriel. And Yasma is a merchant who adores Shirel. And it is very much a sort of forbidden love story. And you're at a part in the story when Alina comes in, where they are sneaking off, meeting halfway in the desert between their two cities. And it's kind of like a little like forbidden. They're young at the time, and they have to go through a lot of difficult territory just to get there. And Samrayan's family is not happy about his relationship with this woman. And that's when Alina comes in and asks you if you are reading a good book.
Yes. I think you'd like it.
Oh.
Forbidden romance.
Does sound like something I'd like.
Mm-hmm.
I should let you borrow one of mine when you're finished with that. Well, what kind of romance books do you like?
I look at Yara. Look back at him.
She's looking at you interested, but she's trying not to.
What do you... I mean... happy ending ones? I can't say I'd like ones that don't end well. Although I
Alina's
suppose...
just gonna kind of... She's trying not to giggle to herself because there are happy endings in more than one.
I chose my words. I chose my words.
Yes, there are happy endings. There's also a lot of, I don't know why I'm embarrassed by it. It's a smut book.
I am not surprised that you read smut books. No judgment. I have read the occasional.
They're my favorite. I'm gonna look at Yara, and you can borrow it too if you want.
She thinks about it, and she turns a page that she's reading and says, "That could be fun."
Actually, I think it'd be really fun to share books and get to talk about them. I haven't done that in a long time.
I will let you know if this turns into a smut book. I don't think so.
Yara, I'll let you borrow The Forest of Forbidden Desire. It's from Rivni, where I'm from. A lot of stories about the wicked fae. So of course there's a fae prince that the charming young damsel runs into, which is kind of ironic now, but anyways.
Why is that ironic?
Just apparently my real life taste mirror my fictional taste.
You like fae men?
Apparently.
What about you, Yara?
Well, she just like, her gaze drops to her book and she goes, "I've only ever been interested in one man.
think that's awfully romantic.
It's maybe it would be. Maybe that would be the same situation regardless, but it's not. It's also not like I had opportunity.
Someone from the group.
Yeah. Well, Zeke and I and his brother Benji grew up together. We all traveled here together. I've always kind of had a crush on him. And he was very, very charismatic and charming. And even though he kind of led the charge on everything, he just kind of had a way with people. And you spend every day with someone, and I guess he saw something in me too.
It sounds lovely.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
I'm sorry that you don't have that right now.
Hazard of the job.
Hazard of living.
That's true.
If you ever want to talk about him, I think we'd both love to listen.
That'd be nice.
I understand those stupid charismatic men that just pull you into their orbit.
Renji wasn't stupid at all.
Oh.
That's more Zeke's thing.
And you got lucky. Intelligent as well.
And he wanted to see things be different. I'm sad that he never got that chance.
What do you want to do, Yara, when you're out of Svorn?
Well, I'm not sure that I'm leaving Savorin.
Oh. Well, what do you want to do then?
I don't know. Depends on how foolish and poorly thought out Zeke's plan is to try to get me back home.
Maybe if he runs it by the others, can help flesh it out. Although we do tend to wing things a little.
Raelynn hates it.
It works.
Her plans have also worked really well, though.
Planning things works well, too.
I told, yeah. She looks at Nyra. I'm going to think about it.
There's time.
All right. Well, we are quarter after our break, but I'm going to pull us into the station here. I wasn't expecting that the train thing would take up most of the session, but that's totally understandable. You guys kind of do what you need to do to get prepared for your stop in Loran Hollow. It is nearing 10 o'clock in the morning. There seems to be some guard presence here, but not an increase like from what you saw last time either. However, as you guys are filing off of the train, you get your animals, I take it. You note that 2 of the cars near the back, all guards from the capital. There'd have to be about 50 of them. They got off the train last, and you guys find yourselves. It's nice and warm here still, but there is that sort of cool breeze from the time of year now kind of settling in. You didn't feel it as much in the capital. The train station is a lot less busy. It seemed like when you guys were going south, there was a lot of politician parties heading south with you. So right now you'd guess that apart from that those cars full of military, that this is probably like the regular pacing of the trains and the people who ride them. What are your guys' first steps when you get here? Are you gonna hang out here and scout out what's going on first before heading off to do other things, or do you immediately try to? Yeah.
We'll linger on the station and see what's going on.
You scout out the area. You notice that a lot of the guards kind of scatter off into the shopping district, but then some of them also split off. They're on a layover now. They need to find a way to spend their time. And the guard presence here, I will just kind of show you on the map at the moment. How do I reveal all at once?
In the combat tracker, the eyeball at the top left.
So that's kind of what you see at the moment this morning. Just some commoners. People are immediately off into the city. And then it seems like once everyone kind of disperses, there are people stationed here. There are 2 guards at that door that you know that you need to go through to get to where the charging station is down the tunnel. And you see that 3 people head in with this crystal core. 2 of them just look like maybe they're attending the crystal. They don't look like they're armored or anything like that. And one of them is very heavily armored. The others, 2 of them are watching the train, making sure no one gets on without permission. And then a couple of them are just kind of stationed around the area as if maybe this is where they work or something like that. And yeah, you guys would know that they put the crystal into this charging station and then they'd ship it back out a couple hours before the train has to leave again that night. You kind of check over the schedule just to double check. I think I told you guys it was like 11 p.m. They're planning on leaving that night, so you kind of know your window at this point. But we'll take a quick break and come back to see what you guys get up to here in a moment. Right, so you guys have arrived here. There's guards present. You still have a lot of time to kill, though. Just want to briefly go over what it is that everyone wants to do here. Anything that I should know? I know you guys are talking about like stocking up for the desert and stuff. Is that something you end up doing?
Yeah, there's definitely some supplies Vael wants to get. Nothing important that we need to roleplay through. Literally
Megan,
just a little bit of extra feed and a couple of extra water skins.
Yeah,
Yep.
I can pay for the next round of feed if someone just lets me know how much to mark off.
Sure.
Yeah, you can find everything here pretty much at like book value. So I trust you to manage that on your own.
All right. But other than that, I would like to stop into the Sunscale Syndicate and firm up our plans.
I have to remember what the hell those women were called. Yeah, there we go.
Maria and Farah.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. I assume you go there like in the evening time then?
No, I'd like to go sometime in the day to make
Look-
sure we're all on the same page. We know what time we're leaving, where we're headed, as we have some last minute things we have to deal with.
Alrighty. Yeah. Same as before. There was a couple of people that seemed like they were leaving from the building. And you see Lilith kind of follow after them. Sorry, yeah, we'll be closed for a little bit. And I think as soon as that happens, she kind of clocks all of you guys approaching up this hill. And she goes, actually, is it just the party right now?
I assume we're moving as a group.
Okay. So all of the mages are with you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys come up this hill and they clock you and she goes, the bride to be. Welcome back.
Good luck.
Hi. Yep, that's
When-
me.
When Raelynn says that's her, Zeke's face, like he's pretty good at playing along though, so it only is like a half look and then he watches the situation play out. So you brought more people with you.
Yeah, we have more bridal party coming and family.
A whole family excursion or just in town?
She's looking at Alina, who made this stupid lie, and she's like her eyes are pleading, like, say something. She's like,
It's extended family. We're bringing more on the trip.
mm-hmm.
All right. Not sure if we're gonna be prepared for that. We actually, I'm just fucking with you.
Okay.
I knew you were coming.
We did say we would come back. We just didn't tell you with more people.
Come on. She's gonna kind of lead you in. And as soon as you guys get inside, you see Farah, who is the redhead. She's standing behind the counter, and Lilith goes, "She's back." And they're all
Raelyn's
back.
just like doing this.
As she leads us in, if I want to like hold on to Raelynn for half a second and be like, if you need me to say that it fell through and that this is a completely different event now, just say the word.
No, it's fine. We're too far into it. They were asking about my dress and everything last time. I'd hate to break their hearts.
I'm here to spout as much bullshit as we need.
I'm aware. Thank you. She doesn't mean it in a mean way though. She like puts her hand like, I'm joking, like, reassuring.
Yeah, you guys head in. No one else is
It's-
here aside from them two.
Is Kareth in by any chance?
Oh, yeah, he's up in his office. Did you want me to grab him?
Yes, please, if you don't mind.
All right. She's like, Farah will take care of you, and she dismisses herself for a moment. And Farah just like, well, right. Looks over everyone. This is a much bigger party than last time.
Well, what can I say? She's incredibly popular.
I mean, look at her. Duh.
Obviously.
She's
Well-
so uncomfortable. So uncomfortable.
And we're looking to get this thing going then.
Yeah, if you
Um,
could, but we're just gonna wait. The Veil you left, right?
No,
No.
he's still
You were-
down.
Oh, okay, you're still there. Never mind. My wedding planner is the one with all the dates, and she's gonna point at Veil.
She keeps calling me that. I'm sorry, I'm her father. Nice to meet you.
Wild choice.
She's gonna hold out her hand. Oh. Is this weird to say that I don't see the resemblance?
Oh, it's completely understandable. My family has notoriously weak genes. She gets it all from her mother.
Mm-hmm.
She's trying to do that polite smile, like as you shake her hand.
I mean, look, I couldn't even pass on my elvish lineage to her.
Oh. Yeah, that is kind of weird. You're her actual father. Sorry, that's rude. Yep.
Well, yes, obviously.
You
But
look
it's not
really
like-
good for your age.
You think he looks good? You should see my uncle. She points to Savant. She's a
Savant's,
terrible liar. And panicking.
Savant steps up. Twice his age. Like, holds out his hand to her. We're very proud of her. He's like trying not to add details in case there's something else that he messes up.
Yes, we're very, very proud, especially after the last 6 fell through on short notice.
Oh no. That actually stops Raelynn a little.
I think Zeke is going to walk up to the front and says, yeah, but that's not going to happen. None of them are worth her time.
Yes,
And-
that's exactly what it was.
Unlike a single one of them.
And she's like, I thought you said this one was like super ugly, though.
My fiance?
Yeah, and then weren't you like, I don't care if I get killed on this excursion. That means that I don't have to marry him then.
Wait, was Zeke
And
implying
Zeke-
he was the one?
No.
Like, oh, okay. Then she's just like, mm-hmm. That's what I did say. Yep. Perhaps not in front of my father.
Zeke goes, you said that about me?
What? And she's just like blinking. I'm like, what?
Well, right, this is not a conversation to have
No.
here, right? This is a family matter. And
We
she's going,
should just stop talking altogether.
goes,
That'd be wonderful.
Oh yeah, exactly. I was surprised at the lack
Do
of
you have
resemblance.
drinks here? Or we could all go get drinks.
At that time, Lilith comes back downstairs and she goes, Farah. like waves her over, and the two of them converge on the stairs, and they're like whispering to each other, and then you see them both glance in unison over at the party, and then they go back to like kind of whispering, and then Farah comes back, and then Lilith follows, and she goes, "It seems that you guys are fucking with us too. Is that right?"
That's
Guilty.
absolutely correct.
And Farah goes, "Thank God. That was so awkward."
I will take full blame. We wanted a distraction last time, and it was the first thing that came to mind, and I have made my friend miserable, and I'm so sorry. Thank the gods we don't have to keep playing along.
Thank you so much.
There's like some quietness in the room. I think Zeke takes a bit of a glance at Alina, and then Raelynn, and Saban is just like visibly relaxed now that he doesn't have to add on to this charade. And Adonis is like, "I didn't know you were her uncle."
Oh no.
Lilith goes, "Yes, you are all the reason that we're closing for the week, I believe."
That's correct.
Right. Well, she's going to like, she waves her hand in the air, and the doors and shutters on the place just kind of like shut, close altogether. You guys can all come upstairs if you would like, unless you would like to talk to him alone first. And she looks directly at Vael.
No, we can talk publicly.
She leads you upstairs. You go past that smaller office. Kareth is standing in there, but seeing that there's a lot more people, she leads you guys into this like larger space in the second floor. There's like almost looks like a little bit of a meeting room almost, and Kareth follows you all out into the space. Yara looks at Zeke, and Zeke's like, Kareth kind of takes the head of this sort of gathering, and he goes, "So, you're ready then?"
Yes. I mean, first things first, let's get this out of the way. I trust that you and your people can be discreet. I know that you've been keeping secrets as well.
We would hope that it's a bit of a mutual exchange and mutual benefit.
Yes, exactly. Well, as you probably figured out, we're an unusual bunch, and we have collected some more strays in our journey south. And, well, nobody here really wants their name, their presence, or their intentions to be made public. So I'll just get that out of the way right now.
Well, I can assure you that you will more than likely be pretty anonymous where we're going, aside from perhaps you.
Yes, I suspected as much.
You actually hear a bit of a shuffle. And you see that Savan kind of moves out of the way, and out from another doorway, you see that same woman that was in Mournhold with the dark skin and the blonde wavy hair. She looks at some of you. It seems like she sort of recognizes a couple of you, and she definitely recognizes Vale. Actually, Vale was different, right?
Vale looks different at the time.
But you do have the scales right now.
Yes.
She will kind of give you a little bit more of a measured look, but she looks like she's pleased to see all of you, and she makes her way to stand next to Kareth. She looks very like soldier like in her stance beside him, her hands behind her back and her chest very like pushed out. Kareth just kind of keeps going. Well, when you all reached out to me, I said that I'd be ready later this evening. Is that still what you want to do?
Yes, we have one final piece of business to take care of in the evening before we leave.
We'll want to leave discreetly. We've already told everyone that we won't be open for the week. It'll look strange if we're on a guide in the middle of the night after saying that.
Well, that's fine. Is there a more discreet location we can meet up with you?
Are you familiar at all with the rest of the Hollow, or just the station?
We've really only been here once and didn't have much of a chance to look around. Do you have a map?
Oh, I could get you a map. That would be no problem. I'll give it to you before we go out. But basically, once you head north out of the market, turn east, and keep following that main road through all of the house districts. You'll find yourself at a gate. We'll be waiting outside that gate.
Very well.
If you could maybe come in 2 groups, that would be ideal. Adonis and I here will be leading one of you, and preferably you, to be honest. And Lilith and Farah, I can trust them with a secondary group just until we get out into the desert.
Sounds good.
We will be having to travel a bit through the mountain range.
No problems here.
So, when will your business be finished?
I suspect about 8 o'clock.
We'll be there with plenty of time to spare then, just in case.
Good.
Any questions?
Do you know how long this journey will take?
It'll be 2 nights of travel.
And then
We'll want to stay out of the sun at the peak hours.
that makes sense. Once we've arrived, we've done what we've agreed to, and assuming it all goes well, would we be able to be led further east? We're heading to Survein.
There's a little bit of an eyebrow raise from Adonis. And she looks over the entire party and says, How informed of the results of our last conversation is everybody in the room? And she's looking at Vale.
She's asking that?
Yeah.
I think a lot of them know, some of them don't.
You sure it's wise to go back up north so soon.
So, well, Servain isn't north of here, right? Is it not just east?
It's like northeast.
Fair enough. That. Well, you'll be happy to know she's found ways of following me regardless of where I go.
Oh. I see. Well, you might be able to shake him a little bit for some time.
I think the desert will throw her off.
The magic of the desert is sure to. That's how we've been able to do what we do.
Right.
There's still remnants of the storm there.
Interesting. I haven't experienced it myself, so I have no idea what to expect, but...
Well, you'll be perfectly cloaked there.
Good.
Of course, it takes a little bit to get out of the more touristy areas. But, you'll know. You'll know when the time comes. You'll feel it in the air.
Good to know. Well, she has sent, actually, she sent these three, actually only two of them were sent. She sent these two to kill us, but, along with some others, but we freed them from captivity.
Zeke is like putting together some pieces of, like, he has like half pieces at the moment. Oh. I see what you're talking about. Okay. Okay. Well, Kareth is going to... He's gonna go up to Vale first, and he kind of shakes... He holds out his hand to shake your hand.
Yeah, he does that.
Well, thank you for this interesting opportunity. And he's going to, like, also... He's very courteous and respectful. And he does that to, like, each of you. Even Adonis gets a bit of a handshake. It's going to be interesting, especially if you've never been there. And I think you're in good hands, though. We do this all the time, traveling back and forth, so you should be all right. Are any of you capable fighters? Obviously, the two were sent to kill you, I assume.
We can hold
We're
our
all
own.
capable.
Right, there are very large magic-affected creatures out there. They tend to mostly stay out of your way at night if you're not being too noisy, but they can sneak up on you. And
Oh, so they're stealthy.
some of them, you wouldn't know that they're coming right up underneath you.
Good to know.
Yeah. Haven't lost anyone, though. So.
And neither have we.
Good. Good to hear. All right. You have a bit of a meeting place with Kareth. And I think once you guys are kind of left back to yourselves, unless there was anything that you needed to touch base with him before you meet up again.
There was one more thing. Before the meeting ends, he'll just say, by the way, I noticed you had a lot of draconic writing around your office. You don't by chance have books on the language. I've been studying it.
He looks at you and he's like, I'm honestly surprised to hear that you don't speak it.
Unfortunately, I was never taught it, and it's not something that one just naturally learns by birthright anymore.
Wizards of the Coast. I suppose that makes sense. Everyone needs to be taught how to speak. I do actually have a couple of books that might be helpful.
That'd be great because the primer I have is useful, but it's
You're
outliving
ready.
its usefulness. Yes.
You're ready to dig in. Great. Well, I could actually give you 2 books and then maybe a small book to practice your knowledge on.
Perfect. And perhaps you can even give me a lesson or 2 while we're in the dunes.
I'd love to. And then he says something to you that sounds like all of the practice that you've been doing. Like, and then you pick up just bits of it. You pick up the word. You pick up the word. I don't know if I want to say. Yeah, I think there's the word respect in there,
Mhm.
and then the words good company. And then he claps you on the shoulder. And you can kind of pick up that his wife seems to have understood what he said as well. And she just gives him a kind of a mischievous sort of look. And he just goes, "What?" Yeah, he hands you off 2 books. These books, I'll just tell you right now, they'll give you like an equivalent of probably 100 hours of your progress. The other one, you need the other 2 to really even read that, so it'd just be like leisure reading.
Okay. All right, then. Is there anything else anybody else wants to do before we look to blowing something up?
You all got your clothes, whatever clothes it was that you guys had planned. But before you guys kind of go off to do your thing, Savon stops and he's got Adonis with him, and he goes, I'm not sure what all of that was about, but I'm not really one to pry, but if they need 2 groups, is there a particular one that you would like us in?
I haven't even, other than Gareth wanting me with them, I hadn't given much more thought to what the groups might be.
How useful are you? What can you do?
There's a very long list of things that I could do. What would be useful to you?
Well, do you do more defense or do you do more offense?
I have a mix of both, but I suppose my specialty would be on the defensive side.
Good to know. Because we have a few that do defense on ours as well, so we should balance them out a little better.
I was mostly wondering because you said that you had things to do, so.
Ah, I see. Yes, we're going to see to something, and you probably don't want to be around for that. It's going to draw attention.
We will try to get on with those delightful young women, I suppose. He says, "All right, well, we are going to go get stocked up, and we shall see you all later."
Sounds good.
Zeke and Yara hang back a little bit, and Zeke looks. He goes, I'm actually probably going to pry more than he did. Is there anything I should know? I got Yara into messes before, and I just want to know exactly. He said that there was a lot of danger ahead of us, so.
About going into the desert.
Yeah.
Well, everything that we know about going into the desert, we just learned in front of you, so we can't really add much more to that. The intent is to meet with the creator of the desert.
He looks over at Yara, and Yara's like, they're talking about that dragon. And he goes, all right then. A meeting with the dragon.
Yes. You see, it's quite possible that he and I might share some blood.
Yara's like, isn't he a blue dragon?
Yes, I use magical tricks to alter my appearance.
Makes sense. I guess they're not really well respected or feared.
Well, there's that, and there's the fact that I'm taking the identity of Baron Vyrian. I think blue scales would probably give me away pretty quickly.
He's like, what? That's all he says. I don't expect to be caught up on all of the details of what is going on in this group. I don't even feel like you owe it to me at all. So I'm curious,
No.
I guess.
I disagree. I think that you've helped us a great deal already, that you've put your life in our hands, and that you are trying to keep your siblings safe, so it's only fair that I'm honest with you.
What exactly do you mean by the whole Baron thing?
Well, Baron Vyrian's dead. So I took his place. It's a win-win for everyone, really.
He was the leader of one of our provinces.
Okay, that makes sense.
Not everyone knows our history, though.
That's entirely fair. I thought at least by now my reputation would have spread across the border.
Well, it seems like it has now.
And there is more, but nothing that's pertinent to you for now. Perhaps in time.
All right. You guys seem like you can handle yourselves, so I'm not really concerned about safety. There's a lot of dancing around words, and I've been in the face of that before, and so I feel like maybe I should ask more questions if I'm seeing that again.
That is very fair. I can't guarantee that the dragon won't have a negative reaction to me. So if you choose not to be there, I wouldn't blame you.
It does seem like a very personal endeavor. That would be incredible to see. Think about it.
But also, what we're going to do in this city is going to draw a lot of attention, as I said, and perhaps it would be best for you to meet up with us at the meeting point.
And if you don't make it to the meeting point, where exactly should I come looking?
We'll make it.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna go pick up some things.
All right.
Do you mind, Joe, for a second? She's going to point at Raelynn. But he just kind of gestures to see if she'll let him pull her aside.
Sure.
I'm sorry if I made things worse back there.
What do you mean?
I mean, after all the things that you told me, I was kind of trying to save the situation, and I
appreciate the effort. I really do. It's fine. Don't worry. You had good intentions.
You're okay with how everything went, though?
Originally, that spawned the lie, or the fact that I just said that a random person I've never met is my uncle?
I'm trying to check if you're okay. Are you?
Mm-hmm. Better now. And again, I really appreciated what you did. I don't know if it would have been the same situation if you hadn't.
They all know your stuff, right?
Certain degrees. I don't think Nyra knows about my heartache, but I may have drunkenly told Leif yesterday. And, yeah, I don't know. They seem preoccupied with their own stuff.
I have a lot of stuff going on myself, but my offer still stands.
As does mine. And what Vale said, if we don't make it, contact Varric. He'll help you. Just use my nickname.
All right. If you guys are late, I'll be messaging though.
Okay. Buy yourself something nice.
I intend to, and he's going to wave Yara over, and they kind of head off to go.
Yara, if you don't mind, a favor, while they're
yes,
whispering
yeah.
in the corner. Chinook tells me that you've been quite kind to him, and I was wondering if I could entrust him to you again.
Are you just being cute, or do you actually talk to your dog?
Well, I'm both cute and I talk to my dog. I can't actually understand what he says back.
Yeah, I mean, very friendly. I enjoyed spending time with him. I could do that.
I appreciate it. I don't want him to be nearby when we do this.
Be careful. I don't want to have to tell him any bad news.
If there's any bad news, have Raelynn tell him. She's his favorite anyway.
She cracks a little smile at that. You kind of just hand off Chinook to her.
Yep.
Right. Despite her little like coy reluctance to it, you see them walking down the path shortly after, and she's like so into playing with this dog. But yeah, eventually you guys get all of the things that you need for the day, pick up your clothing. The sun starts to set, and the shops in the market start to close up when it gets dark. There's no longer a lot of like foot traffic. There's the odd person going here and there, and some of the people who were on the train are like lagging behind, just kind of waiting in the train station area. There are even people inside that are just sitting chatting. What's your plan here?
All right, people, what is our plan? Nyra, are you up to going in disguised as officials?
Yes.
You as like an engineer, me as a commanding officer of some kind?
I can do that, yes. For 2 hours.
So what we're going to need then is a commanding officer's outfit. So we're going to need to take someone out.
Right, you don't have disguise self.
Yeah, I don't have disguise self, unfortunately. I can change me, but I can't change my clothes. So we need to find someone who looks like they have rank, and like we're familiar enough with their military at this point. I think we can figure out who in the city actually has any sort of authority.
Mm-hmm. And are you trying to do this like away from the train station area?
Yeah, ideally, if we can.
So like someone walking around in the city.
Yeah.
I just double checked. It's not an attuned item. My armor is not attuned if you just want to swap clothing.
I could do that. That does save us an extra risk.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to put on my girlfriend's armor.
I mean, yeah, you can fit it.
He has to grow his breasts out pretty big, but
yeah, she stretched them out.
It's so loose here. Oh, there we go. All right. Well, then I will take. I will shift it into, whomever, whatever ranking authority. I might go higher than what's around here. Then, like someone who has arrived from outside the city.
Are you guys all working together on this plan?
I think. Yeah.
So, maybe decide amongst yourselves who you want to roll a perception check to find somebody in the city that's like believably higher ranking officer.
Nyra, who sees everything.
Sure.
Do you want to help her?
Sure, I'd love that because I can tell her kind of how military uniforms work, and
That'd be so helpful.
Yes.
Hour?
Yes.
I have an inspiration if I need
You
it.
don't need it.
I know.
You can't use inspiration to give you more rolls on a roll.
Advantage, yeah. Yeah, I think you actually go deeper into the districts because you know that this is sort of a touristy area, so that you just kind of instinctively find somewhere where there's like larger government-looking buildings. And Nyra, as you guys are kind of like trying to find someone like in the building, trying to get a good view on them, I think Nyra spots someone who looks like they are just going off their shift. They are still dressed in their uniform, but you can see that they're taking off the cape that they have on their clothing. They're wrapping it around their arms, and it looks like they meet up with somebody who's completely dressed down, and you hear them saying goodbye. Vale, you're just looking for clothing details, right?
No, I'd like to.
Okay,
I'd
so
like to match the
clothing
person
and
completely. Yeah.
okay. And then yeah, you find this older human man, black hair, lots of like graying on both sides, green eyes, very strong features. Thankfully for Vale, big chest so he can fill out the armor. Yeah, it looks like he says goodnight to like 2 people before he slips away into the sort of residential districts. So you are probably confident with your choice in that you won't be running into like the same person on duty at least.
I will wait until we've left that area though to actually change. And
Tuck into a back lane somewhere.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, shift
It's a
outfit
Superman
and
thing.
body, yeah. And then as he does it, he's like, "This is so convenient. Why don't I get one of these?"
It would be very helpful for him.
I'm never getting my outfit back in my.
I really don't like wearing armor, so you're probably fine. I need like I need just a robe or something that does it. But yeah.
Then what
Any
do you
other
look?
input? And sorry, go ahead.
Then what do you look for? Do you look for anything for Nyra, or you have a different plan for her?
Do we know what the outfits that like their engineers would wear?
You saw 2 people go in, so yeah, it's like it's almost like this plain gray fitted robe, like long sleeve. They're wearing gloves, and they have. You saw like a little symbol pinned to their coat. Just very plain looking black boots.
Do we know of any variation in that particular group's outfits? Like, do we know if there's anything that might denote higher rank?
You haven't seen that.
Okay.
Yeah. I think this is the only charging station you guys have been to. Those are the only types of uniforms you saw here.
Fair enough. All right.
You did note though that there were some here already, and then there were also some on the train as well. So yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Anything else we're missing, team? Anything we've left out?
No, I'm just gonna try and stand guard and put myself somewhere useful, so if shit hits the fan, we can kind of run in and help you guys. Or at least
Running with you, unseen backup.
Okay.
You're going invisible?
Mm-hmm.
Raelynn, did you want to be with Alina or just kind of at a bit of a distance so we can both keep eye on things?
Probably a little bit of a distance because you have a range and I don't, so it's less conspicuous.
So this area is split into 2. There's like a sort of wall of stone that like arcs over this opening between the 2 spaces. There is one of those beacons at the center of the market area. And a forge bound nearby it. It seems like it's not currently active at the moment, which you've seen before. Seems like some of them are completely just programmed to protect the beacon when needed. Go ahead and place yourselves wherever you think you are during this plan that is being hatched.
Oh, and Alina, did you want to give some bardic inspiration out?
Yes, before we all separate, I want to give Mantle of Inspiration and I want to give Bardic to Nyra and Vale. Thank you.
Smart.
Oh,
Yeah.
Vixx, did you ever hit the long rest button?
Oh, right. Thank you. Is that
And
gonna fuck anyone up?
No, that would be great.
I'm gonna, before we get out there, cast. How long does this last? An hour. I'm gonna cast Enhance Ability on Vale for Charisma.
Kidding me.
For what? Sorry.
Enhance Ability for Charisma checks.
And
You
that
save
gives
for
me.
3 points. Advantage.
Oh, great.
That is great.
You get 2 temporary hit points.
Sweet.
Can I use an inspiration to reroll that?
It has to be a D20 test, unfortunately.
Fine. All right, you each get a D8 for Bardic Inspo.
Nice.
Yay.
Well, with advantage and a D8, I think we're probably good for charisma checks.
How level is that? 2.
Alina, do you want to be closer to where they're going in, just in case they need like something to slow them down, or you can scare someone if they're running after them? You can be like, "No, run the other way."
Are we more concerned about people coming from the market side or the guards that are on the train station side?
Both. There's a wharf, or like
There's
Yeah.
people, yeah, there's soldiers everywhere, so
yeah.
it would require defending both sides if it comes to that, which I'm really hoping it won't.
Maybe we'll put Raelynn like centralized.
I did
Um,
press.
Leif's fast; he can run the other way.
I can be.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I can be more on the market side to try to stop people who might be coming in. And that way I'm further away from the blast, because the blast would probably kill me super easy if things go bad.
I did prep stone shape if we need to make a wall to escape somewhere.
Oh, that's handy.
Mm,
I like
That's
that.
yeah.
There's a lot of stone to do that with.
There's
here.
so much
Yep.
that I remembered that, and I was like, she's having stone shaped day.
Yeah.
She learned from
And-
those
and
Genasi.
Remember, part of the plan here is when and if Nyra casually leaves the area.
Yes.
She'll be
Yeah.
maintaining her costume, go with her, leave, assume I'll be fine. Raelynn, however, at one point, when he gets an opportunity in the planning phase to speak with her just very briefly, he'll say, "If I'm not there within 15 minutes, leave."
Don't make me
Everyone have-
regret giving you this pin. But fine.
I'm also going to, because it's not concentration apparently, cast see invisibility on myself.
Nice.
Nice.
I keep an eye on Leif, and I can check for sensors.
Nice. Sounds like you guys
It's
have
like
a
we're
good
spies or something.
That's like the main spell for light cleric, which I think is so funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna go double disguise self and then invisible too, just in case.
This is
In case you
He
get
doesn't even want
around, I'm like,
Nyra to
"What's
recognize
that?"
him.
Yeah,
Thanks.
an orc from the party.
right.
this guy's everywhere. There's some
Who is this criminal?
yeah, there's
This
some
invisible
conspiracy
orc.
theorist.
I'm writing this down for Daisy. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Like,
They call him Orc Visible.
He's back here again.
I'm going crazy.
Or Invisible Orc. No, that's
Invisible.
We'll workshop it. We'll workshop
it. I'm gonna make that a comic book in this world now.
Right.
Oh boy.
All right.
All right. We're here. We're doing it.
We're here,
So-
we're queer, we're
alive.
ready.
So is Nyra taking a different form as well? Yeah.
Yeah, she's like a middle-aged white woman.
Karen haircut.
Karen haircut. No, she's gonna go with because everyone here has like a very modern that she's met from this government has like very modern, sharp, angular. But she's blonde for sure.
Okay.
She'll try to mimic the outfit as best as she can in that pin.
So actually, when you guys get about there, where's Leif? Nope. Oh yeah, Chinook shouldn't be there either. I was not expecting him to not be there.
Yeah, I don't want him to blow up.
Recall.
Cool. When you get there, this other you guys can see the enemies, right?
Yep.
They're just not identified.
Yeah, they're unidentified.
Okay. One of the somewhat higher ranking guards, like they're not like they're not the top, but they're definitely one that you've seen with maybe like 10 or so guards at a time, ranging from like 3 to 10 in their troops. A half-elven woman with very sleek blonde hair, pale skin, comes walking up towards you as you head around this corner that only leads into like a staff personnel area.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me? May I help you? Oh,
they're stopping me. Oh.
Yeah, then you
Excuse me?
Sorry. We weren't expecting anybody.
Yes, believe me, I know. But apparently there's been threats in the capital, and they need one of the engineers to check out all charging devices. There have been threats made by the Free Savoran people.
Those threats are real?
Yes. They found a device on the charging station in the capital that, if triggered, could, well, set everything ablaze.
Roll me a deception check with advantage, and I'm going to tell you that I know your score is crazy, but you will get an additional benefit here if you're able to roll over a 23.
Okay. Go. How's a 28?
Easy.
Nat 20. Wow. This guard looks at the other person that they were standing with and says, "Oh, there are people in there. Should I ask them to leave?"
Honestly, it might be best to get everyone to a minimum safe distance.
Right. That's including, I guess that would include inside then.
Oh, yes, of course. Those walls are not going to stand up to what would happen if it goes off.
That's concerning to hear. All right. She's going to look over and like call the guard over. But before they like come and close the distance, she's already like, Captain Olander here has new orders for us right now. And this little bright-eyed human who's like, he's kind of like broad shoulder, but he looks very fresh-faced, like very much in first day on the job energy as he walks up. And he goes, that's exciting. And she kind of gives them a like stern look. I need you to escort everyone that is inside the building outside to a safe distance, preferably the market. And she starts getting people like out of there, and then also walks in line with you to relieve the other guards that are at the door.
Yeah, before the other guard leaves as well, though, he will say, just be careful not to cause a disturbance.
Routine maintenance check.
Exactly.
Got it. And they split off and you see them start going around to some of the other people there. The other two guards at the door stand at attention as soon as you approach. And this woman starts explaining the situation to them. You immediately have like command over this room, except you can move yourself actually into I'll move you in there. Not.
Okay.
What? Okay. Open the door.
Yeah, opening the door helps. Slam Vale's head into it 3 or 4 times.
Right. The first thing that you note when you come into this room is that there are 2 beacons. Or not 2 beacons, 2 crystals here. One of them is tucked away in the corner of the room. There is some sort of shimmeriness to that makes you think that maybe there is some like arcane charge to it currently. The other one is currently docked and charging. You see that there are 2 gnomes in the room. They look very similar. Curly, messy red hair. They are dressed the same way that Nyra is dressed. And they have these round, gold-rimmed glasses. And one of them perks up immediately and goes, "Oh, hi."
Hi there. We have an emergency inspection to conduct. There has been threats from the Free Suborn people, and we are concerned that this device may be rigged with something deadly.
Should we stay and help?
This engineer is the only one that's been cleared to operate on this device, so for now, I would like for you to reach a minimum safe distance like everyone else, and well, hopefully the schematics will come through soon so that we can train everyone on how to avoid this in the future.
Wouldn't it be, the other one chimes in, well, wouldn't it be helpful to us to know that too, though, for the future?
For observational purposes, it's not worth risking 2 valuable engineers' lives.
Can you roll a persuasion check for me?
I sure can. With advantage. Thanks, Nyra. 20.
One of them slumps, like is completely deflated by that. I can respect protocol. I understand. It's just that we've been working at the station for so long. It would be very thrilling to see something different happen.
Understand completely, but you're far too valuable for us to risk your beautiful minds. Please, step out to safety.
They both seem flattered by that. But okay, can you just give us a minute? And they start gathering up some of their belongings at the table there before they, you guys find yourselves, the 3 of you, in this room. Nyra, you do see a sensor in this room that is on the north side, like up. It's like right above the like table that is in the room. Has a very good view of the space, you would guess.
Okay. And the one that's already charged is the southern one?
Yep.
Well, so once everyone's out, Vael will close the doors, and as he's closing, he's like, "All right, Karen, let's begin." And but once the doors are closed, he will very quietly say, "So are we clear?"
There's an orb to the north of the table. But I think if I stay to the other side of the crystal, I won't be able to see what I'm doing.
Are you able to perform the ritual with in a way that looks like you are using tools?
Yes, I just need to touch it. So.
Good. All right. If we need to do something else about it, I have some options, but not great ones.
Should take no more than 5 minutes. Right, this seems like the crystal that should only take like 5 minutes.
Yes. While you guys are doing that, Raelynn, you are approached by this young, bright-eyed military. He goes, excuse me, miss. Oh, I don't hear you.
I hit my mic. Yeah. Yes.
We're performing some routine maintenance, and apparently there's some complications that can go with that. Shouldn't be anything to worry about, but we do need everyone to clear out at a safe distance.
And what would that be?
I need to check something on this.
How big is the blast radius?
Yeah, we're about to learn that, I think.
Okay. Well, I think you should be perfectly fine if you are on some of the if you wanted to go hang out around the end of the train, which you would know is like it's so like around this mountain piece, and probably like 100 feet down the. And he says, but you should also be perfectly safe in the market district. However, maybe best to clear out altogether for now.
Of the entire marketplace for routine maintenance?
Well, it's just that if something does go wrong, we also have, and he kind of points to the beacon that's at the center of the market.
That does make sense. Thank you so much for wondering about my safety. I really appreciate it.
He does tell you though, ma'am, you should be fine to just be along the paths as well. Just don't go into the park area, and kind of gesturing at the like the tree area that's surrounding the crystal. It's just better safe than sorry.
Oh, I understand completely. I wanted to be somewhere where my friend could find me because she went off, and I said I'd wait here for a while, but that should be pretty easily found.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't think anything will go wrong.
I hope not. I was really looking forward to going home, but I appreciate it. Thank you. I'll let you get back to telling everyone else.
And he does. What does Raelynn do with that information?
She's hoping Leif heard and that, like, because he's invisible and was by her, and so kind of like, I'll go a little further this way, but I'll try and like tuck around so he thinks I've gone further.
Okay,
But
you're still there. Yeah.
I'm there if I hear shit hit the fan. He said trees. It's a tree.
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
guys.
lawyer him.
You find yourself sort of in this like empty market stall area. You're easily tucked away. But just for funsies, can you roll me
Roll
a stealth? Yeah.
Sure.
And Alina, you are warned by this. You're warned by a different guard. This young woman comes walking up to you and says, ma'am, just so you know that they're asking everyone to stay out of that area for now. They're performing some routine maintenance. But I suppose there's some sort of change to the system at the moment, and they want to be sure that everyone's safe.
Of course, am I all right here?
As long as you don't go back into that area, and I think, and you see her glance towards the beacon. Keep a distance from the park as well.
Oh, all right.
All right. What is going on in this room right now?
Well, the thing is, we've got two that need to be dealt with that are on opposite sides of the room. You know what? I think it just makes sense to move the one that's charged to the charger and have her perform the ritual there on both of them.
You do have those like they're kind of like a cube frame that these things seem to slot into the center of to make them more easily movable because they are pretty heavy.
Then, yeah, together I think we should move them both over to the charger at the east side of the room there, and then she can work behind the cover of both of them, touching both to perform the ritual.
Leif and is Leif and Vael going to be doing the moving, or is Nyra helping? Yeah.
I mean, how heavy are they?
They're pretty heavy. Yeah.
I got 12.
Very dense.
Then yeah, I didn't even. Well, of course I didn't know he was in here. He's invisible.
We're the orc guys in here.
Nyra knows.
All right, well, let's just move it over to the other one, and then we'll get to work on both at once. And then once they're in place and Nyra's over there, Vael will position himself so that he's kind of between her and the sensor and like kind of filling up that space a little bit, arms behind his back watching. Because whoever's watching this, what's that?
Nyra's not going to tell you that Leif is helping us move this. She's going to think that we did it on our own.
All right.
Yeah, I would have asked you guys to roll, but if Leif is helping, then I think all three of you can do it.
And while she's doing that, are there any like desks or things that might have papers or documents in them in here?
Or those tablet things that he saw?
Somebody's iPhone.
Roll me an investigation check in the tower, please. You did see them clear off that one desk before they left, but You're digging around. You don't see anything on that one desk that they cleared that on the map has a book on it, but the one underneath, actually, sorry, there's a desk right beside where the non-charging crystal was that looks a little bit, the top of it looks like a tile that seems similar to some of the flooring that you saw at Chistana's party in those display rooms. But there's like a desk, sort of like a cabinet underneath there. It is locked though with a mundane lock.
Hopefully not for long. I would like to check it and see if it's got any sort of security measure on it that I can find. And then try and pick it.
Okay. Roll me another investigation or arcana. You don't see anything amiss.
Great. Then let's set off this alarm. Yeah. While that's how I would like to try and pick the lock.
Yeah. Roll me. You can do this out in the open. Sleight of hand, I guess, is probably the best.
11.
11 is not going to get you there. You futz around with this lock. Just like I guess maybe like the pressure and just also maybe some of it is a little bit distracting at the moment. You're like messing around with this lock and
I can't see my hands. Didn't realize how used to that I was when picking locks.
It also just feels like it's made to be a little bit sturdier than other locks, which you would assume is probably because they don't want people to get in there.
That makes sense. I will wait and then do a smash and grab when we're just about done.
All right. Nyra. You guys, I can't move the crystal. I wasn't expecting that. I should have expected that, but it is moved.
Yeah, Nyra's gonna sit down on the ground and start the prayer.
Are you trying to do both of them at the same time?
I mean, either it takes twice as long one way or the other. If
It cuts into our leave time if you don't.
yeah, so I mean, it could take 10 minutes because it's combined a larger crystal, but it could take 10 minutes to do it twice. So she'll try.
You'll try to do both. Yeah, you were told that you have to be in contact with these crystals.
She will take her crystal off and give it to Vale to hold on to, just in case she does something to her crystal.
All right.
It's not my holy symbol, so it's fine.
Yeah, you're not going to taint it.
No, I mean, she doesn't need it to do magic.
Yeah. You start this posture of prayer, essentially. It's almost like you're weaving magic into this. Like you feel like you're connecting with these two crystals through this prayer. You've postured yourself. You can feel just like a resonating hum vibrating your forearms. And about halfway through, like the time you were expecting, so about a couple of minutes, Nyra, you're just so overwhelmed with this wave of sadness that kind of tapers off into a pain, like almost like when you're remembering a painful memory. Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
In the tower.
This could be out in the open. You're familiar with all of these emotions that you've been feeling from all of these gods every time you try to connect with one of them. And you just kind of, it's almost like you're guiding that emotion through you and out of you. And you continue your prayer. Another minute goes by. You start to feel pain shooting through your arms. That seems to go through you and then down to the ground. I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
In the tower.
Could be out in the open.
And don't forget, you do have a bardic inspiration if you need it.
I'm gonna use that bardic inspiration. I'm gonna use my inspiration. Then we'll see if I need the bardic. That was bad.
Better.
Add
that D8 on there.
Yeah, the D8.
It is a sliding scale. I will say that.
Okay, 16.
You needed a 15.
Yay! Thank you, Alina. The gods are always trying to hurt me.
You feel like just an immense amount of pain shoots through you to the point that it becomes difficult to concentrate on your own words, and you feel you're running the risk of messing up this ritual and having to restart it. But you work through that. And Vale and actually, I guess Leif is busy fucking around with the lock. Vale, you're seeing her just go through these emotions. You can see it plain on her face. It is weighing heavily on her. Couple more minutes go by. I need you to roll me a strength saving throw this time.
Okay. Real bad at those.
Let's see. I just need to grab something. Nyra, you feel that connection, that like you're feeling that spiritual connection, but you also are aware of the arcane in here. And you just kind of feel it suddenly, like it's ripped away from that. And that force hits you so suddenly that Nyra gets knocked like right to the back of the room. Vale, your hair just like blows a little bit. There's some sort of thrum in the air that happens. You take 13 points of bludgeoning damage from that, Nyra, but you do feel like you were successful at what you were trying to do.
Okay.
Vale runs across the room to check on her. Are you okay?
Hold on, I'm doing math. Minus 2. Oh wait, no, I do it in here. Sorry. I just put it there. Okay. Yes.
Save the orphanage.
Yeah, I think she looks at the crystals. I think it's done.
Okay, good. Thank you. I'm sorry, that looked like that was really difficult.
Yeah, every time I talk to the gods or something, they hurt me a little. It's fine.
And you all keep wondering why I didn't have no interest in them.
There are beings beyond us.
All right, I have a plan. So I think we're good. Slip out of here, draw as little attention as you can. Make sure everyone else goes with you.
I just look over right here at Leif, who's fiddling with the table.
If we're going, I'm gonna make a loud noise.
I mean, I'm sure that's not even as loud as Nyra being tossed around the room, so you're fine.
Yeah, Nyra's gonna leave.
I'm gonna try and break this cabinet and then be right behind her.
All right. Do I even make you roll to hit it? It's a cabinet. You're not gonna miss it. Actually,
It's got a
roll,
really high dex.
roll because if you get a crit, I'll let you double the damage. On that.
Fantasy Grounds is frozen,
Is it?
and my graphics driver just crashed.
Uh-oh.
Can you roll for him, Vixx?
Or would it just be an auto crit though?
I mean, I don't deal double damage to objects. That is a thing that some creatures have.
Oh really? Okay, then I'll roll that.
Siege monster ability.
Okay, I'll roll for you then. You're just using your. Do you use your daggers? Is that what you?
No, I'm gonna
roll?
punch it. It's I deal force damage now, thanks to your.
I just don't see that on your sheet, so.
It's under martial arts.
Oh, I see it.
Damn.
That was so close though.
Can't wait to see what it was.
It was a
29.
29.
Nice.
And you're just gonna keep. Are you just gonna keep bludgeoning it then?
Yeah.
'Cause I'm not. Actually, yeah, I think that might do it. You're just trying to break in through the door. Is that
Yeah.
what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a splinter of wood comes flying at you. Inside, you see that there's like three sort of stone, not stone, metal, like they're like kind of like file folders. There's three of them in there, kind of angled to the side. They're closed. Do you rummage through the contents first, or just grab them?
I'm gonna grab them, pop them in the bag, and get the hell out of here.
Okay. All right then. I haven't moved everybody.
I will
What?
say it's been 15 minutes. By the time that Vale went through the door, had the conversation, the 10-minute ritual.
I meant 15 minutes on arriving at the
Okay.
meetup spot. Yeah.
Got it.
Sorry, I
Okay.
didn't make that
Just
clear.
making sure, because I'm like,
'Cause
I
he
will
knows
take
that-
Alina right now if I need to.
He knows that the like the lead time they have after the ritual is about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's when he intends to blow it. He wants to give you guys a 15-minute head start, and he
Perfect.
should get there before you, honestly, with flying. But
Okay.
Alina, so
making
Alina and Raelynn, you were given a signal that when you see Nyra casually leaving the area,
yes,
Raelynn was trying to hide. You
I'm
just
like standing beside that tree, kind of, so I can see her. But
Mhm.
if I needed to duck out of the way of that guard trying to shoo people away, I could do it quickly.
you see coming down the path, Nyra walking very, very casually. Well, an old woman walking very casually. You did see her disguise
Yeah.
as she makes her way towards the market area. How do you guys stick around to watch the outcome of whatever Vale does, or do you guys try to just vacate the premises.
If we were told to leave, then
We're vacating.
Further
Okay.
away, the better.
Yep.
Mhm.
I want to make
Yep.
sure that
Definitely
everybody's
getting
safe,
Leif
and
out
I
of there.
understand Vale takes a lot of calculated risks, so I trust him. We're going.
And you guys make your way sort of to like the sort of residential area rather than back up the mountain.
Yeah, like we'll start making our way towards the meet spot.
I'll pop in an alley at some point and drop invisibility and my disguise.
Same. I will change my disguise.
I will keep my same outfit because I can't.
Oh no.
And
You
it's
don't get your cool spy moment of
no, it's just my sisterhood dress because that's what I've got.
all right, Vale, what are you doing? What's the plan?
I'm going to wait about 14 minutes.
14 minutes goes by.
I am going to attempt to simply sneak out of this building completely and not draw the attention of any guards, which I don't know where. Are these two that are near the building still there?
I'll place them. They also wouldn't have wanted to be in the area either. So
That's what I figured. Then yeah, Vale would like to stealth his way out of here. Once he has cleared the immediate vicinity of the building, he will shift his appearance and clothing again to a standard guard uniform, at least at first. And once I am 120 feet from the crystals, I will subtle cast Wall of Lightning in a circle around both of them. Just a tight 5-foot circle wrapped around them so they get constant blasts of lightning over the next minute if it takes that long.
okay. Right.
Which I looked into and I don't need line of sight for, just a spot that fits the description within range.
And how far did you say you were going?
120 feet.
All right, can you place yourself for me?
Sure. Let me see. Where would that put me? Let's say I get over to those trees, and I think I'll get stuck on the wall, but you can shift me through if you need to. Yeah, maybe take a straight line.
All right. So you are standing out here and you're able to just, the spot. And so
I know
you're
the spot, and I know the range, and it fits. It's a surface, so it's fine. And yeah, it will be the height of the room, and it will be perfectly encapsulated around them. And I will subtle cast it so that no one's even the wiser that I'm doing anything.
And we all died.
I took Leif off the map and forgot that makes him not be able to see it at all. All right. You currently look like somebody else, you said.
I changed into a standard guard uniform.
Mm-hmm.
Just a generic looking human dude with brown hair.
And you start weaving this, and it doesn't take long. It's an action?
It's an action, and I'm using subtle spell.
Okay, so it doesn't even look visually like you're doing anything.
Nope, he's standing there very casually, and a spell goes off over there because sorcerers are awesome.
All right. The others, you guys are walking down the alleyway. You tuck in somewhere to get changed. Where you are at the moment, you're walking into like a sort of like a opening in a small little neighborhood, essentially, at this point. When you see part of the mountain in the distance just start crumbling, and there's just a plume of dust shooting up into the sky above it. Vale, you need to make a strength saving throw for me.
Okay. I'm going to add a D8 to that.
You also have inspiration.
That's true. Hold up.
Do an inspiration.
Let's do one of those. Oh, it was almost higher. All right, adding the D8 to it. So that's a total of 12.
Okay. You can immediately hear the crackling of arcane over into the area that you just came from. And very similar to that pulse that you felt when Nyra finished her ritual, you just feel the air start to like crackle up around you. And then shortly after, a burst that seems to hit something, obviously, being contained here. But then another pulse ripples out, and it's going to... How are you standing? Actually, I don't think that matters at all.
It could matter a little bit if he gets to see the direction that he's flung in.
It's mostly that this wall's gonna stop him. That's the thing.
Oh, is that a wall? I didn't realize that was a wall.
Yeah, it's a big arch sort of thing there.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
You hear this magic going off, and then you see that that second wave just sort of like ripples through the mountain. That's that first layer that goes up to the top. And a large portion of it, probably like 15 feet of it, just starts collapsing in on the back of this train station, which then causes another sort of burst from that room that you're like, that's probably not my magic. That's probably the impact that just happened inside of that room. All of the guards that were in the vicinity start to like, there's a sort of ripple of commotion through them and concern. And you and two other guards get knocked back. You see two of them, they get flung back about 20 feet. You just hit the wall that's like right behind you, burst your shoulders and then your back. You take 15 points bludgeoning damage from that.
All right, that's not so bad.
Yeah. You're at a pretty far distance.
Good thing I didn't lightning bolt it.
Immediately, the woman who was in charge of this area says, just give it a moment. We'll see if Captain Olander comes out. And she like kind of halts everybody there.
Vale is going to shift his face to look very fucked up. As though he has destroyed parts of his skull in that explosion. And And also, as he's doing that, I'm going to... Oh, I lost my other spell that I had open here. 1 second. He will have also subtle cast prestidigitation, leaving a magic writing on the ground that says "Free Savorin." In like this fiery red color that just seems to be like giving off light.
And it's like
and as he like comes through that arch, he's gonna be like, oh, I got hurt. I have to get medical help. And he'll just like stumble his way through the other guards, looking very disoriented and very wounded.
Wait, sir, we'll come with you.
He is just dressed as a normal soldier.
Oh, fair enough. I thought you had shifted again. So you're just a normal soldier.
Normal soldier with a really fucked up face now.
Then I think that the woman who is in charge goes, one of you, go with him.
No. Help the people. I'm okay. I can make it.
You look like you're going to die or collapse at any given moment.
Ma'am, I'm still on my feet. Please.
Prideful soldiers. She's just going to give me a persuasion check. You're doing this to a higher ranking officer.
Yeah. Three.
All right. I'll send someone to check in on you in 10 minutes.
Very well, ma'am. And Vale will stumble through the crowd of people, guards who are trying to contain it, people who are looking chaotic and scared or nosy or whatever they might be doing. And as he makes his way like through the crowd out to the other side where it's... Go ahead if there's other things.
You note when you're going out that there's people up on that bit of mountain. Some of them are going further up the mountain, and others are like kind of screaming and shouting going down the other path. And it looks like there's a bit of a hazard now.
Yeah, so as Vale's heading out and people are either passing him to look at what's going on or leaving from the danger, his walk slowly just straightens out and he just starts walking very casually and everything shifts back to him. Actually, I'll shift back to another alter ego. Let's go with the red-headed one. And as soon as I can find an alleyway or somewhere that I can get out of sight and get up into the air, I will cast Fly on myself and get up high and fly out to the meeting point.
How much time did you guys leave before the meeting time ends this plan?
This was going down like around 8 o'clock. That was the
Okay.
What he had set up. Yeah.
Okay.
And they had said that they would be there early, so.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure that you didn't cut off their paths to get to you. All right. Yeah. You guys are continuing to walk away from this scene. Some of you have only seen it from a bit of a distance, and you're making your way down this road that you were directed down. And you can see at the very end of it, it's a pretty long road. It kind of winds around this base of this mountain. There is like sandstone arches and like kind of like a lattice gate And on the other side of it, you can see that your good friends Lilith and Farah are currently on the backs of they are on the backs of 2 camels. And when you guys start making your way that way, Phil, how fast do you go? Faster when you fly? Like, would you be able to catch up
Yeah,
to
my
them
fly
as they're
speed is
walking?
60, and I would be dashing. So, and I don't have to go around anything.
Okay. As you guys catch sight of them, Vale, you see your group kind of walking down this road towards them. You can see over the wall that's blocking them that Savan and Adonis are there. And I think you catch also a glimpse of what did her name? Yara's pink pastel hair about a street over from where everyone else is walking, and shortly after you catch the sight of Zeke as well.
They're pretty close to where they're leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it doesn't look like the gates have been shut yet or anything like that.
No, this actually looks like it's not. It's like the outskirts of the town almost.
Fair enough. Well, Vale will revert to his chosen form, and he will just fly down like into the group at the meeting spot, and just kind of hover a little bit off the ground. Evening, everyone.
It's high on power.
Jump up and like grab onto you and like.
You did well.
That feels good. It went fantastic.
What happened?
Well, I managed to slip away without drawing anyone in, so fortunately I didn't even have to kill anyone. And then I set up the wall of lightning around both the objects. The whole place blew up. I smashed my face on the wall a little bit. That was embarrassing. But then I just posed as an injured guard and walked away.
I'm proud of you.
It's a good plan.
She says it in a way that Vale always says to her at the end of a battle. She's kind of saying it to him.
I couldn't have done it without all of you. You were all amazing.
Imagine what having a plan does. It's wonderful.
I'm glad we talked about it. My original plan probably would have gotten me blown up. David, you were muted.
It's not so bad.
The blast was
Great.
bigger than I was expecting, and I don't know if Nyra filled you in, but they actually had 2 batteries.
One was empty, charging,
The one they took off the train.
but there was another one that was already charged as a backup.
Well, even the one charging would have been nearly full. But
Yeah. Well, it's a good thing we hit it then.
Maybe we should have disconnected it from the charging machine.
Yeah.
no, I wanted to make sure the charging machine was thoroughly destroyed.
Got some fun literature out of a locked cabinet. Have to
Oh.
go through that later.
Well, we have
Sounds like
nothing but
fun.
time.
Well, we've got at least 2 days in the desert.
I don't know
Mhm.
anything about what it is, but it was locked up and it's in metal books, so it must be important.
Metal.
Smart, maybe it'll be invaluable intel.
Not like they're going to be missing it. The whole building got
Might.
destroyed.
It might be schematics.
Might help us.
We
with
could
the
understand
future.
how they build this stuff. We could do a lot better.
This is before you guys reach the others. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. You're walking and talking.
Yeah. Well, Vale's flying backwards and talking.
Yeah, you eventually make your way towards the gate And as you're going there, you do hear some commotion. It almost seems like maybe they are getting off-duty guards back on duty, as you see some guards making like a house call here and there, and then they kind of run off. Just before you guys get to the gate, Zeke and Yara and Chinook come around the corner. They look like they're just talking, but then Chinook lets out a whoop when he sees all of you.
Hey, boy.
I'm not even gonna ask.
I don't know.
Just Yara just kind of goes, thanks for letting me spend time with him.
It's my pleasure. I know he enjoyed his last time with you.
And you see that they are both dressed completely differently now. Yara has like a sort of mint green with a light gold outfit. She's light fabrics, hooded. She has her. You've only like seen her in a cropped style shirt since she's been freed. She has that still, but she has like some sort of sheer sleeves that are attached like right here on her arm as well. And she has these like mint slouchy boots. And Zeke is wearing he has his hair like half done up, and he has this red and gold shirt that is like crossed over just his chest. And he's wearing matching sort of like sash around his waist, and he has these beige pants that have these thigh slits on the side, which is probably the first time like you guys have noticed that he has this like tattoo that goes from his hip down to like his knee area on the one side. And he's wearing this gradient cloak that goes from red to like a navy blue at the end, and he's wearing red and gold boots with it. Lilith and Farah, they're dressed as you've seen them. They seem to have a uniform there at the Sunscale Syndicate, which is like you'd guess now what you know of them, almost like a subtle homage to a blue dragon, in that their clothing is all these muted blue colors, and there's this sort of scaled, layered design to all of their clothing, even though they dress differently. Kareth and Havanis pull up as well shortly after. They were already outside the gate, but they came from around the side of the mountain. They look completely stocked up, and Savan is wearing mostly beige with like navy embellishments and this sort of hood that's all light colors and light fabrics, but still very much of like angular style. And Adonis is matching him almost perfectly. It looks like they probably bought these outfits together. And Kareth, once you guys are all together, looks over the group and says, "Glad to see you guys are all safe." And he gives a little bit of a smirk. There was some chaos tonight.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. They must have really faulty wiring at the station.
Well, you're all ready to go then?
Definitely.
Vale, I will need my armor back.
Ah, yes. No one read into this at all. I am wearing my girlfriend's clothing. And he will take off the armor and give it back to Alina.
Zeke just shrugs at that.
He's like, yeah.
You just wear whatever clothing is available to you.
I'll put it on because the sisterhood dress, I imagine, is not quite wool, but it is a bit warm for desert wear. It's long sleeve. And then the armor will shift into this kind of like gauzy, like sheer on the arms, but it looks like multiple layers in the dress, with like a bronze belt. And from it, she'll pull up like a hood to like wrap around.
You guys all got extra water and food?
Yep.
Do you each have somewhere that can protect you from the elements? We do have extra tents to sleep in if needed.
We have 2 4-person tents, and I have additional tents.
Prepared. I like it. Well, you kind of see that this mountain range has a lot of like jagged peaks. He's going to point in a direction. It's a little bit like northeast. Well, we just have to get beyond those peaks, and that'll give us the shortest route to our village. We're going to be traveling for much of the night. Is everyone fine to do so?
Yep. Very much so.
All right. You guys set off on your travels towards the sands of Zuris. You are traveling deep into the night. It's hard, almost like for some of you who can't really make out your surroundings, it is difficult to make out some of the silhouettes and shapes you're seeing at eye level. But the sky above is casting such a beautiful like moonlight glow that's making it kind of a beautiful travel. You start to make your way to the base of one of these jagged mountainous peaks. And it's really just like looming over you, and the way that it's angled, it looks like if something hit that, it could just like collapse. Like half of it could probably collapse on top of you guys. And Adonis is currently clonked out. He's sleeping on the mount that Savan has just like completely draped over it. And you can see that there is a subtle winding sort of path that goes along this base. If you didn't start traveling on it, being led by Kareth, you could easily mistake that for just some sort of like indentation in the mountain. But once you're on it, it feels like a very intentional path. You start to feel arcane energy just like emanating every time there's a breeze that goes by you. You don't quite see the sands until you start going up a little bit more on the side of this mountain. And you can tell that there's going to be still quite a bit of travel through this area, but now you have like a good view over it. And you can see that these sands, they look like regular sand like you would see back home, Nyra, but every time the wind blows some of it and kicks it up, you can see this blue shimmer just crackling through it.
Nice.
And out in the distance, you see something large shifting in the sand. And I think that's where we will wrap up for this week and send you off into the mountains and the desert next week.